Okay, yes, I'm recording.
People, all from different places. Hello, everyone. If you ask your friends, what's the most famous ship in history, the answer in most cases will be the same. Of course, the legendary Titanic. Its history is full of mysteries. At first, it was a source of hope and national pride, as well as proof of the triumph of mankind. But it soon became a source of nostalgia and pain, the extent of which cannot be described in words. The day the Titanic sank underwater will forever remain one of the most painful days in human history. And although more than 100 years have passed since the tragic event, no one has forgotten about it. And people are still interested in the transatlantic liner. Today, we will tell you some facts about the Titanic that will surprise you. Everyone could have been saved. On April 14th, 1912, at 11:40 p.m., the Titanic hit an iceberg, receiving fatal damage. A couple of hours later, at 2:20 a.m., the ship split in two, and within minutes, sank completely. During all that time, the ship sent out distress signals that did not go unnoticed. The ocean liner RMS Carpathia rushed to the side of the wreck at full speed, but unfortunately arrived an hour and a half later. All the crew of the Carpathia could do was to pick up the 710 survivors of the shipwreck. But the story could have been very different. Only after some time, it became known that the ocean liner RMS Carpathia was not the closest ship to the Titanic. Around 12:45 a.m. on that terrible night, the officers of the Titanic noticed the lights of another ship in the distance. It was the SS Californian, but the ship did not respond to the calls for help. The captain of the Titanic tried desperately to get his colleagues' attention by firing white flares.
These are all Labour's cost of living.
It may seem surprising, but the watch officers of the SS Californian saw every single one of them. The crew immediately woke the captain, but unfortunately, he did not give it any importance. The only radio operator who could receive the distress call was asleep at the time. The SS Californian decided that the flares were just a signal from an unknown ship that had stopped on the ice. So the passenger ship, which was very close, simply passed by. Today, experts agree that the SS Californian could have saved many, or perhaps all of the lives that were lost that night. That is, over 1,500 people. The victims remain unknown. Of course, every global tragedy is followed by a large number of complex and very thorough investigations. If you look at the official figures, it turns out there were 1,514 victims of the shipwreck. But the truth is much more complicated. The exact number of victims is actually not known. It could be 1,490 or 1,635. Moreover, the investigations weren't very
Part
useful
2 coming
so far.
soon.
No one knows the names of all the people who died on the Titanic.